Hey guys, Astro Candy here. I kind of just wanted to do a little bit of a guide on spending, and if you're a low spend or medium spend or even a high spending player, where should you go to look for things? Where should you try to avoid things? Um, I will have a couple opinions on things. Like the custom selection chests are nice, but I don't like the fact that you don't get gems for them. I use gems for pets or VIP, so not getting the gems I feel like really is a downer for myself. I feel like for what I'm getting, I would rather switch out the gold keys for gems or something. Like this is only 1800% value. They could add some gems to it. Um but I'm going to start with just low spend. If you're low spend, and it depending on what kind of budget you have, I would like to suggest the monthly and weekly things. I think if you're able to afford it, I think everybody should have the monthly card. You're getting free gems, you're getting free stamina, you're getting free VIP, and you're getting free resources every single day. And then, not including, it allows you to get your daily free claim when VIP is active. So I would like to start there. I think all weekly cards, I think, are super worth it. Like, if you just do a little bit of math right here, and you look at the speed up weekly card, you have 10 1 hour speed ups, you have 72 5 minute speed ups, and you have 60-minute 1 minute speed ups. And if you think about it, 72 5 minute speed ups is 6 hours, so that's 16 hours of speed ups. And then 60 minutes is another hour, so you're getting 17 hours of speed ups daily for 7 days. That's 120 hours of speed ups, or 119. That's almost 5 days of speed ups in a week that you just accrue passively. And if you go look at something like Rise of City, for $5, you're getting almost 35 hours of speed ups. Only 35 hours of speed ups for $5. And over here, for the weekly, you can get 120 in 7 days. So I think that's super worth it. Just like I think this is worth it right here too. You're getting 6 XP components. 6 times 7, that's 42 XP components. Heck, you come over here and you look at this custom selection chest. For $5, you're getting 18 components. 18. Over here, you're getting 42. You're getting 42 for the same $5. So I think it's just better that if you're going to be a low spend, I think it's better to spend on the things that give you stuff over time, because you just get so much more out of it. Yeah, you're waiting, but you should probably be holding and saving your stuff for every other event. Like, if you are a low spender or free to play, you should be looking at, like, for Hall of Governors, maybe you should only compete every other one or every two. So like every third one, maybe you'll compete on that. And so you can try to win like some upper rewards. Like you could easily place, maybe top 5, top 10, and get, bunch of free gems and stuff like that. Like, it's totally not impossible. I've done it myself. Or you can win things like this. Like, this is something that can go underneath the radar. Beast Day, as a free-to-play or low spender, if you just hoard your stamina cans and you don't waste them all the time, once you have a 1,000 or 2,000, you could very easily win a beast event. And if we look at the rewards, that's 20,000 gems and 20 hours of speed ups and 3 keys. Like, it's really not that crazy. Now the other things I think is worth it outside of the weekly and monthly is going to be in the deals section. So for example, sign in and earn it. It's a single dollar. You get all these rewards. You get 1,000 gems. You get 2 mythic general shards. You get some books for the heroes. You get a couple hours of speed ups. That's what, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8 hours of speed ups for $1. Like, that's not bad. It's not a bad little thing to pick up. It gives you a little something to claim. The next thing is going to be Hero Rally. I think this is another really good pickup. You get a total of almost 5,000 gems from it. You're getting 40 hero shards of whatever hero's in there. You're getting 28 3-hour speed ups. That is 84 hours of speed ups, along with getting hero shards and keys and more stamina. To me, that is very worth it buying that. I believe this comes around every 2 weeks, the Hero Rally is. So you could think of it as $10 every 2 weeks, or you could divide it down if you're trying to do like a weekly budget. That would be like $5 a week, essentially. The other really important thing, I think, if you were going to be spending, it is going to be the $10 weekly pack. Now, this allows you to pick. I picked the Hero Gear benefits. I wanted the Forge Hammers and I wanted the Enhancement XP. Now, you got some wiggle room there because you can either pick speed ups for construction, and it will also give you the gold coins for research, or you can pick government gear. It'll give you some of the legendary governor plans and some of the other materials, or you can pick charms, which charms, as I said in another video, charms are awesome. There's a great deal on charms. And then eventually there will be pets, and you can pick pets for the weekly as well. Now for me, I'm going to be picking up the Hero Gear because that is what I'm trying to work on and focus on at the moment. And I would like to try to get the most out of that for myself. Now, there is sometimes maybe I'll switch up what I'm buying if I'm close to a milestone. Like, for example, if it was like, hey, if I buy the Charm weekly upgrade, I can get another 1 or 2 upgrades over here for my Charm Day event or something, right? So that's also a really good way to think about it as well. So like, look in your backpack, see what you have versus what it's offering, and be like, hey, would this be a good milestone if I could get, you know, my last 2 pieces up to the next level of something. So keep that in mind when you're buying the weekly pack that I just showed you. So keep that in mind. And then now we're starting to kind of get into like medium spend category. So, you know, daily deals is crazy worth it. You're getting hero shards for the new hero. You're getting hero XP, which you still currently need. You won't need it eventually. And you're getting 36 hours of speed ups. So a day and a half of speed ups every time you buy this. And you're getting resources. So for me, you're working on a hero. You're getting 3,000 gems, and you're getting speed ups, and you're getting resources. To me, that is an amazing buy every single day. I love buying the daily deals. And like right now, we just got to Gen 2. I could even switch it back to Saul and get him. Obviously, I don't want to. I want to get the new hero. Daily deals is awesome. I think that is definitely worth the $5 spend every day. Because if you think about it, if you did it for a whole week, that would be another 252 hours of speed ups, which would be a little over 10 days. And that would cost you $35 for the week. So I think daily deals is awesome. Now weekly deals. I think weekly deals is actually pretty good if you go to a reward. Like, as you can see, I bought the $5 version of everything in here, which got me to the 35 additional enhancement XP parts. And then I bought one $10 pack, which got me to the 6 mark, which got me another 55. And I did the math. That's like $25 or almost $30 just in the tiered rewards. And this $10 pack right here, 36 enhancement XP, right? If we come over here to this custom selection chest, it's the same. 3 spots of 12 is 36. So why not just get more rewards from getting the stuff in the weekly? It's way better to spend here than it would be to spend over here because I'm get more out of it. And then this is kind of a honorable mention. You should almost never buy anything in the regular shop. There are very few things that it's good for. For example, the fast development pack is actually a good value pack all the way through, all the way up to the $100 tier. And very early on into a kingdom, the charm, both charm design and charm craftsman packs, is the only way to acquire them early game. So they are bad percentage, but if you pick up this at the $5, like this one resets every day. If you pick this up at the $5 every day for somebody that's not really spending or doesn't really know how to get the charms otherwise, you'll be significantly stronger charm wise. The government gear isn't really that good. Neither is the enhancement. It's only good when you first reach town center level 22 and you need just a little bit to like start your green gear. Then that's all right if it's just to like finish something off, but I wouldn't consistently buy from here. I would wait till you have an event like Hope's Market and buy it that way, because you just get way better value. Now, Mithril, this is new. It just came in. This is actually one of the only ways to acquire it. You don't acquire a lot of it, unlike the Forge Hammers, and you need a crazy amount of Mithril. You need a crazy amount. Like, you can get one quote-unquote free Mithril from the Mystic Trial shop when it unlocks, and then eventually the Arena shop will have it as well. But if you don't have a lot of Arena coins, or you're not able to get enough coins to always be buying that out, then that really leaves you like in a rock or a hard place. And there's really no crazy like pop-up packs for Mithril either, as far as I know. Like, the best deals you can get on Mithril is usually during like bigger tiered events, and that also depends on the age of your kingdom as well. where like maybe a tiered reward will give you a custom selection chest where mithril is an option, in like, and then you can get it that way. But those are like very far and few between, so it takes a while. And then all these other packs, really bad, honestly. Not really worth it. I will give a little honorable mention to the mystery badge pack, though. Just because I would buy this, once a week at the $5 and $10 mark. And it's actually a pretty decent value. If you come into here and you look, I'm getting 20% off these widgets. So therefore, I could get 10 widgets instead of $10. I get it for $8 theoretically. And that doesn't include when you refresh, you can get up to like a 50% off widget, or even forge hammers. If you get like a 20 or 50% off forge hammer, like that's not bad. The mystery badges are good if you use them right. Like, I'm not going to use it on an 8-hour speed up. I'm not going to use it on hero XP. I'm looking for discounted widgets and like a 50% off forge hammer. And I think they're really good that way. Now, moving into like whale or big spender category, obviously everything else applies from what we've already talked about. I still, even being kind of like a whale, I would call myself more like a dolphin or something. I still dislike this pack just because it doesn't give gems. I love having my gems to spend on other things like VIP or pets or something, right? I get to use it as a secondary currency. Like, this isn't like super crazy to me. Now, troop training is a great way to go ahead and get a lot of points for like Hall of Governors. Now, granted, sorry, I'm yawning. Now, granted, troops are bloat power. That doesn't represent how strong someone actually is. Like, someone could have 1 million troops, but that doesn't mean they have good stats, If all they did was spend every dollar that they spent on the game on troops, well, yeah, cool, you got a lot of troops, but where are the stats? So they're not bad, and I think troops are essential, but I don't think it should be a super high priority if you are looking at like buying some packs, or if you're on a budget. Obviously, whales, buy what you need and what you want. Like, try to stay out of the regular shop, try to avoid the bad deals. But like this isn't terrible. But if I was only going to spend $5, I'd rather spend it over in weekly, And then pop-up packs. Like, we had one just earlier today, actually. This was $1. And you got 11 hours of speed ups along with a bunch of resources. This was $2.99. This is really amazing value. It was like 3,500% value. And then even the $5 version, amazing value. $10 version, amazing value. That's giving you general speeds, training speeds, and research speeds. That is the best of all three worlds. You want all of those. And as somebody that has speed ups, okay, for general speed ups, you want to try not to spend them on troop training. You're better off spending them on research, because research is permanent power. Troop is like temporary and bloat power. I can't say that enough. It is important to try to use your general speed ups for one, upgrading big levels. I think it's all right in terms of like town center. Like if you're unlocking tier 10 troops, it's justifiable to use general speed ups to get there, in my opinion. That is an opinion. Other people might say otherwise. But like I'm town center level 30. I should be using all my general speed ups on research. I should be trying to go in here and get as much research done as I possibly can and make myself that much stronger than I would just be training troops. Like, if I have way better stats and I still have good troops, at least enough for a march or 2 marches, you know, you can beat somebody that has just a bunch of troop power. Like, that doesn't mean nothing. So I think that is something very important to know. Obviously, whales, you're gonna just buy everything up. You're gonna buy stuff wherever you can get it. I would like to say kind of like some honorable mentions, and obviously there isn't events going on for it right now, but there are other events that I think as a low to mid spender is worth. For example, like the Gem Cutter Buccaneers event, and like you open the chest to get pearls. Spending the $1 and $2.99 and the $5 every day for the whole week, I think is worth it. It's a really good way to get widgets as a low spender. Like that's your most cost effective way to get widgets is during that event. And then there's some other events that I can't think of. And then also holidays, around holidays. So Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, 4th of July, Halloween. Around big holidays, they typically come out with a 7-day event that has actually usually a really good high value pack. You'll get like speed ups, you'll get resources, you'll get forge hammers, you'll get hero gear chest. So that's something to think about. It would be a lot better if you had like a very fixed amount that you could spend. It would be better to just set a little bit of money aside or wait to splurge until those big events, because you'll get a lot more value for your dollar in terms of just everything. You'll get more speed ups, you'll get just more items. There's typically things like there's like a pinball event. Drops the balls and they bounce off the bumpers and you get the reward. Like, that's a really good event. You get a lot from it. Not only do you get stuff from purchasing the packs, but you also get like a bunch of currency to go buy stuff in a shop while it's also giving you a bunch of stuff. So there's things like that I feel like you should really consider like watching or waiting out for if you were to be spending. Like, it would be a lot better to like, hey, I have a budget of, you know, maybe I only want to spend like $200 a month or something along those lines in a theoretical situation. Like, and you're like, oh, hey, I bet you we're going to have a big event coming up for Christmas. Let me set some aside so I can try to get a good amount of value. But that's kind of about it for the spending guide. If you like the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, throw them down in the comments. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions. And that is Astro Candy out.